that damn woman!
Alright, well, you can follow me as we go into Walmart, and then follow me on Instagram, JeffMan316. So let's get into here and see what we can find. Not looking for any real new releases, obviously, this week. Maybe they might have drama in here, I'm not sure. They Will Kill You, Crime 101. They do have the Blu-ray of that for $24. They don't have the 4K anymore in here. Ready or Not, still on the shelf at $25. Fallout Blu-ray. Welcome to Derry. Hamilton on its side there on Blu-ray. Scream $24.96 for the 4K. They're sold out of the steelbooks.
Golf clap? Golf clap.
So that's a good sign, I guess. Let's see around here on the corner. This Walmart didn't stock anything new last week, so do they have anything up here? Mandalorian, that's not new. Super 8's new, so we didn't have that in the store. Neither Hunt for Red October. And what is this? That's the Child's Play. So that was an Amazon exclusive, and now it's in Walmart. I'm not sure if I'm going to get that or not, but it's a nice looking steelbook. So where does it go? $32.96. So then we got Hunt for Red October, To Kill a Mockingbird, Warcraft. So they got all the steelbooks in here. They got anything over here new? I don't think so. Shark Terror and Predator Wasteland, some Asylum DVDs. I've got one of those I need to review. Greenland 2. That's a 4K. Housemaid. So at least they got some Blu-rays and 4Ks up here in this first section. Usually it was only DVDs. Good Boy. Muzzle 2. Dracula DVD and Blu-ray. Earthquake Underground. That's another Asylum title. So what's over in this next section? Looks like it's horror and some collections. Nothing I'm really interested in. If I see anything new, I'll stop. Otherwise, I'm going to just give you a glance at what they've got in here. There's a Godfather trilogy DVD. I don't think anybody asked for that. And a whole lot of nothing over here. Box sets stacking up. They don't fit on the shelf right over there. At least they did clean it up a little bit from last week, if you remember that damn mess I found. Look at there. Child's Play and Super 8 over here. Maybe I'll put them back on the shelf for them. I'll do their job. He-Man. Did you see where they're releasing the original He-Man on Blu-ray? Oh, look. We got some golden books. Supergirl down there and the Minions. Those are kind of cool. I got the Jaws one back in the day. So here's the start of your TV series piled up. Look at this mess here. Lois and Clark. What a mess. Diagnosis Murder. Baywatch. I think Baywatch has a Blu-ray release though. Highway to Heaven. TV Westerns. 10 of them. And then you got your glow-in-the-dark section still. Don't forget those slip covers. Nosferatu, Army of Darkness. Did you see Evil Dead Burn? The Thing. They got Superman laying down there. Then you got the retro, like, neon sign covers. Don't forget the greatest movie ever, Jaws there. That's definitely the one I picked up.
Here's to swimming with bow-legged women.
And Despicable Me, and there's He-Man up there. Then they start their collectibles over here. That's where the Art the Clown would be, the Christmas one. What do we got back here? Super Friends. I found a really the Evil Robin Super Friend over here, and I sold it last week. Made a little money. Got some turtles. They always got turtle shit, as the other hunters call it. There's a Platinum Batman from Golden Age. Hey, they got the Michael Keaton Batman restocked. How much were those? I'm going to need to check the price on those.
Where does it get those wonderful toys?
I know it's not 14. That's in the wrong spot. I thought that was a Skeletor pop there. Oh well. In the horror section, I don't know if they restocked anything, but that's not horror, is it? They do have the Series 2. I don't think that's the right price. I think those damn things are $20. Those little Child's Play figures. They didn't restock anything over here. Well, they did that. They got this Kid Robot plush Art the Clown. That hasn't been back in here in a while. I think it looks silly. I'm not big into that stuff. So, and then you got some Minions. That is trending. Obviously, the Minions. You got the new movie. Did you guys see the new movie? Put it in the comments down below. What is this? Hanging wall decor. Winnie the Pooh? Is Winnie the Pooh trending? When did Winnie the Pooh trend?
Oh, bother. Double bother.
I don't know. This is just weird, the shit that they put over here. And PlayStation. Yeah. What do you think about them stopping physical media production? I think it sucks. Yeah. F you.
Do the letters FO mean anything to you?
And they got, here's their $5 section, Wolf of Wall Street, There Will Be Blood, Cloverfield. It's always cool to get some multi-movie sets if you're just starting to collect. I always recommend anybody come in here, look at that. The Disaster set, the animated stuff, Masters of the Universe, Running Man, still got a Blu-ray in here. Come over and get you some cheap DVDs to start a physical media collection if you haven't already. What is this, Billy Jack? Wow, isn't that a Shout Factory title? The Mummy, Jaws, Ghost Ship, Scream, the Peanut stuff. Yeah, start your collections right, man. And get you some Billy Jack. Can you believe they had that? And on the way out of the section, they've got this cheesy side cap. Nobody's buying any of those fucking DVDs from Marvel or Star Wars. Come on now. We'll look in the toys. Got a He-Man sword here already clearance. That's the small version. Not interested in that. Hey, Scareglow is now marked down to $16. That's a pretty decent price on that. They got a couple of those. That's a nice looking figure. You guys ought to pick that up. I'm going to scan it just to make sure. They got some clearance Jurassic Park stuff. Do they have any wrestling stuff in this store? Transformers, $30. That's crazy. Not a lot of wrestling. They got a Logan Paul Uso set. A lot of Cody, a lot of Roman, a lot of Jimmy Uso, Logan Paul, Punk. All the standard stuff, nothing new. And DDP chillaxing down there by himself, lonely, nobody's gonna buy it. And then look, those slap bands and stuff. Oh no, those are like thumb wrestlers. Thundercats randomly stuck over here. And what's over on this side? Nothing. A lot of that skibbity toilet shit. A lot of people are finding this stuff clearanced in their Walmart, so check it out. Look and see if you can find you some clearance Mario items. Hey, on the way out, I noticed this section over here on this end cap. Look, you got some statues. Spider-Man Brand New Day, Hulk, Spider-Man, and then like an oversized one with a comic book in it. I think it's like $50 for that big one. Look, they got the Punisher, the Scorpion. There's a Hulk one that I've already seen before. So that's a new section there. I haven't seen it before. Hey, this is something new. We're out of town. I'm going to go into an FYE. I don't know why I'm going out to FYE. Because they never have anything in here. They got these wrestlers. Joe Gacy. I haven't seen Lola Vice in stores before. How much is this damn thing? $35. No wonder it's buy one, get one 25% off. It needs to be buy one, get one free.
That's too fucking high!
LA Knight. Cody. Nothing on the elites. Hulk Hogan Ultimate there. Got some soccer figures. Damn, man, this shit's overpriced. This is why I don't care that my mall closed the FYE. You cannot afford anything in this store. So here's the little horror section. I always told people, you see this Texas Chainsaw Massacre? I think it's from NECA. Oh, Trick or Treat Studios. It's $100. If you wanted that, get that instead of that damn set that came with the 4K. Oh shit! Look, Jaws. That's like a poster series for Jaws 50th. Look at there. $70. Holy shit. That's even too much for me as a Jaws fan. Damn. Got a Michael Myers shirt. Look at this. That shit was jacked up anyway. $70. I ought to ask them how much they give it to me clearance because it's jacked up. What's over here? Some more horror stuff. They got some Chucky and Michael Myers figures. Got a Michael Myers cup, glass, whatever you want to call it. Got some Chucky stuff. Look at these masks. Holy shit. She's got a nose piercing. So does Chucky. Oh, even Michael does. Got some socks. Terrifier Art the Clown. 22's not that bad, even though that's like $15 in Walmart. And we got some Pennywise. Lots of Pennywise NECA stuff. Some Friday the 13th. Got some horny Ghostface. This is what they call their clearance rack or shelf, whatever you want to call it. This stuff doesn't look awful clearance to me. Got some Megan back there. People finding that at Ross. Those aren't clearance prices. Sabotage. Seems like a little much to me. I guess as high as their damn prices is, clearance brings it down to regular price. What is that? SpongeBob. Sandy Cheeks. What's back over in this section? Pops. Nah, nothing I'm really interested in. They had another horror section, yeah, back here. Yeah, look at I like that sign up there. Let's see what they got. Anything any good? Saw. Hey, Babyface Killer. Can I get this off the shelf? It's hung up on there. Come on. So they call it Babyface Killer from Happy Death Day. How much is this shit? $25. I'm not paying $25 for that. Plus the package is jacked. Now I do want that.
Bye.
But I'll wait. I got a lot of shirts. I like that Jason Live shirt there. That's my favorite Friday the 13th film. Which one's yours? Put in the comments. And then look here. I found this Jaws, the Game of Jaws from NECA. It's upside down and I can't move it one-handed. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make you seasick. I'm going to turn the camera upside down. Oh! Look at there. That is awesome. I have that. I bought it directly from NECA. I've got the original one from the 70s. Look at all that. You put all those parts in his mouth and you fish him out. So, cool game. I'm going to just give a glance to their media. Their shit is so expensive in here. It's not worth looking at. Just to give you an idea at some of the prices. That was $40, just so you know. This price sticker didn't get on camera. Happy Death Day, Hell Night. That doesn't even have a price on it. Fuck this store, man.
All you gotta do is say earmuffs to them. Earmuffs. They can say fuck, shit, bitch, whatever you want.
Night of the Demons is $34. Some Arrow stuff. $40 for Split Second. I don't know. It ain't even got a slip cover on it. From Dusk Till Dawn. Now that 3-pack there is not bad for $13.99. Frankenstein's Daughter. Ginger Snaps. Ghosts of Mars. I'll clean some of this stuff up once I finish recording. I always do. You guys probably don't think I do, but I do. I'll just give you a glimpse of the stuff they've got. You can let me know if there was anything you saw and I should have looked at. I don't think I'm missing out on anything for these prices. But you never know. Better Off Dead, $19 for the Blu-ray. FYE at the end of my mall, before it closed, was mostly for collectibles. and they had to be on sale. I'll give it a once over and see if I find anything in here, but I doubt it. One of these things is not like the other. This was behind the counter. Look at that Batman figure up there. And they got the big rubber guys. Oh, well. All right, we're going to go in my Barnes & Noble. Now, I'll go ahead and warn you. They don't have Criterions, but we're going to go out of town to the movie to see Evil Dead Burn. I've got a free ticket for Regal, and I'm going to go to do a real Criterion hunt in a separate video. So don't get upset because my wife and I are going in here and you're not going to see any Criterions. We'll look for everything else. And they had these cool little character books up here in the front for $12 and $14. And look, they all come with little figures. So if you want some display pieces, those would be kind of cool to get. They got Inside Out. Those would be like nice on a shelf. Bluey, Elemental, Lion King, Transformers. But oh well. They had a little clearance section over there. I didn't see much. But let's go back here to the physical media. Oh, it looks like they stocked some more Radiance films. Yeah, these are new. The Haunted Castle. The Demon of Mount whatever. Romancing in Thin Air. Sympathy for the Underdog. Solo. Is that the Solo Sokoa documentary that we've all been looking for?
What? What?
Day of the Owl. So they restocked some of these. Magellan. So Radiance Films is 50% off right now, and they got quite a few in my little Barnes & Noble, so check yours out. What else they got? I'm only going to look for Blu-rays and see if they got anything on sale. Let's see. Dune, Conclave. I was 50% off recently. The Jerk. Boomerang still 50% off. Legend is $10. Aaron Brockovich is only 20%, but Jurassic is 40. I think that's about doing it. What do we got over here on the end? That's 40% off. I remember seeing that DVD in Walmart. Great Outdoors, still 40% off. They put anything new over here? What is this? This was like their $5 bin. Now it's got some other cheap movies over here. Megan 2.0. A lot of fluff stuff that we've seen before. Wicked. Nobody. Alright, what's over here? Alright, so this is those retro VHS covers. Casual Sex. These are all 40% off now. That's a new one, just came out. You Light Up My Life. Happy Birthday to Me is awesome. Harry and the Hendersons is not one. White Palace, Sunset. Let's get Harry and the Hendersons out of here and put another one up here. Problem Child. The original. Yeah, there you go. Cold Steel. That Songwriter is one, even though it doesn't have a slipcover. Major Pain. There's a $10 4K. What's over here? Boogie Nights. And on this side, once again, that Dr. No and the James Bond title. Somebody bought one of them. The Burbs. That Ace Ventura is one of the worst steelbook cover artworks I've ever seen. Not really seeing anything new there. And on this end cap, Little Nicky, same shit we've seen before. Let's give a glance over here to A24. They do they have the drama? Yeah, they do have the drama. That's the 4K. I think there is a Blu-ray release of that. Same cover artwork. And an arrow is right above it. And not really seeing a whole lot there. Salem's Lot. Robin Hood. And without a spider wrap. Whoa. How did Robin Hood escape the spider wrap? Anything else new in here? That's a Radiance title. Excalibur, Swordfish, The Mask. So, got the A24 stuff spread out down there at the bottom. And then here's the television and children's stuff. I'd just like to give us a quick glance, see if I see anything that wasn't here last week. And then here's the actual television stuff over here. Doctor Who's always in stock here. But nothing else much. And I don't think they're running any TV sales right now, so I'm not going to spend too much time in that section. What's on the end cap? That was new, but the rest of this is old. They give him more and more space to the CDs and the audio books. So, and I never see anybody over here buying any of this shit composition book. So look at all that space. Alright, well, let's look on the shelf for the Blu-rays, 4Ks, DVDs, see if we see anything new. They still have Constantine with the slipcover. It's not on sale now. The Coneheads. Confess Fletch is a pretty decent movie. $10 for that DVD. The Bride, they restocked. That's still 30% off. The Blob, very underrated remake movie. Ben-Hur. What else they got? 10 Cloverfield Lane's not on sale. 10 to Midnight's an excellent movie. 40% off. Alien Romulus. How did the Blu-ray get the cool black cover, but the 4K got the red one? They got Amadeus with a slipcover. Downsizing, one of those $10 4Ks from Paramount in here. The Deer Hunter, 40% off. Devil's Advocate. So they do a decent job of restocking, because a lot of that stuff had been sold and I hadn't seen it in here restocked. Jaws there without a slipcover. JFK. I don't have that. I've got it on Blu-ray. I need to get that 4K. Is it worth upgrading? Hey, they did get the King Kong, as we saw last time, 30% off with a nice slipcover. Kiss Before Dying, really good movie. I recommend that one. That's from Kino. Legally Blonde, 40% off. Not seeing too much else in this section. Evil Dead, that's kind of timely. Watch my out-of-theater reaction of the new movie. This is fairly new, I think. The Mastermind. Anybody seen that? Let me know if it's any good. Otherwise, I'm not going to pick that up. All the Mission Impossible movies. Hook. My Cousin Benny. What else we got? Super 8, that's 30% off. I think it'd still be cheaper in Walmart, right? $4 at $12. It'd be pretty much same price. Star Trek, the motion picture. I've liked that movie a little more as I've gotten older. I didn't like it when it was first out. The people on the other side are bitching that the alarm's going off every time I move around. That A24 movie's in the wrong spot. Maybe I'll fix that for them and put it over there on my way out the door.
No!
I'm sorry, I'm not the one that put the fucking thing in the floor, the chime going off. Cold storage, was somebody about to buy that? Put it up the top. There's that Child's Play Steelbook, the new one. That's the old one, it's a re-release, so Do you guys like when they do that? Re-release shit like that? It should have been an exclusive at Amazon and stayed there. They did have this cool Charlie Brown section on the way out the door. Got the vinyl, the holiday hits.
Is that a CD?
That's pretty neat. I don't know if it's $30 neat.
Or a crochet stick?
Learn to crochet. I don't think so. Got a bookmark. Got some little tchotchkes. My wife liked that 3D puzzle. Look at that. She loves Peanuts, and so do I. We grew up with that stuff. Got a Clue game. Those are all cool. Like Peanuts, man. Love it. All right. Well, we're going to sneak into one more Walmart. We got to go. We're on our out-of-town trip, and I needed to buy something. So while I was in here, I didn't really see anything new. But they did have these new figures here, these platinum editions of the Super Friends. So that's like a negative Batman, I guess. So they do have this Leonardo figure from Turtles. Look, they got, is that supposed to be like the evil Aquaman? And what else they got? There's a clear, transparent Superman. I don't know. I don't remember what that was from. Look, they got the Pale Girl. They got a decent little section here. And then there's another one there. So some Super Friends figures. If you're looking for new ones, this Walmart is stacked. Look, they got a platinum. I think that's the evil Wonder Woman. Pretty damn cool. They didn't really have anything else in here, physical media wise. Same old shit, different day. So I'm not going to bore you with that. But I thought I'd show you those new figures that I found in here. So it was cool finding something new. Yeah, we were on our way to see Evil Dead Burn. And here's the popcorn buckets they had in there to close out the video. The Moana ones, multiple ones. Got plush. We got the Minions. That's kind of cool. These are too expensive. I'm not getting into popcorn buckets, but I do like this Lobo here. It's like $50, and then they got that Supergirl one there. And then the Masters of the Universe and the Grogu ones down here. Those are like $50 each, but you do get a large popcorn in it, but still. I'm not going to get into these, but if I did, I'd get something like these He-Man ones here. Like the lenticular ones, or I'd get this, look at this, on the steps over here. I think those light up, but either way, I'm going to get out of here before I spend any money. But I'm going to go to the movie, and then we're going to close out this video. All right, let's look online, and we're checking out the releases. It came out July 7th, 2026. And before we start there, let's go up a little bit. Looks like Highway to Heaven got a complete Blu-ray series released on July 4th. And then up here, there's an online exclusive steelbook of Swamp Thing. The 4K of that movie gets a steelbook release. So, and then that In Search of Darkness, did you get your orders in for that documentary? Because the next one's coming up, and it's pretty epic. The next documentary they're doing, and they're going to let me promote it. So I'm excited. So let's not get ahead of ourselves, and let's look at the July 7th releases. You get the Elephant Man getting a 4K digipack release from Criterion. You can barely even see the Criterion logo there. The Evil Dead, timely because Evil Dead Burns came out. Evil Dead, the original classic, gets a 4K steelbook release. Check out my short of my out-of-theater reaction for Evil Dead Burns. The Getaway, a catalog title starring Alec Baldwin, Kim Basinger, Michael Madsen, and James Woods. I don't think that movie gets enough credit. It's pretty good. The Drama gets a 4K digipack release May 24. You get a classic release or catalog release from Fear City. You get The Evil That Men Do, another Charles Bronson movie. Dark Shadows 4K Steelbook. I was ranting on a post on one of the YouTubers' Instagram saying they picked that up. I said I'm not gonna support Amazon charging $50 for a damn 4K steelbook of Dark Shadows. That's way too much. I'll wait. It'll probably get a re-release 6 months from now in Walmart at $30 and maybe, but I'm not supporting that. That's too much. Doctor Who, Peter Davidson gets a complete Series 3 Blu-ray release. All You Need Is Kill. Dead Man's Wire looks pretty interesting. You get The Strange Journey, the story of the Rocky Horror Picture Show on Blu-ray. Fuse, there's the Blu-ray of Elephant Man, the Blu-ray of Drama. And then the Crow's Salvation gets a re-release from 2000 on Blu-ray. You got some anime, The Little Princess, The Butcher's Blade, The School Duel, Windbreaker Season 2. Food Wars, Stone Cold, Summoning Sylvia the Werewolf game. The cover of that looks pretty cool. And Last Hit. I'm not familiar with that movie at all. But that's it, man. Not a lot of releases. Some Criterion take advantage of the 50% off sale and stack up and get the Elephant Man and other new releases. The Drama's your only new re-release. Amazon's overcharging you for Dark Shadows. And you get some catalog stuff, including the cool Evil Dead Steelbook. So let me know in the comments down below, what did you pick up from these releases? And otherwise, let's close out the video. So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am JeffMan316, your pop culture reporter. I do live streams back there. Look at there. It says JeffMan316 live on that sign. That's where you and I join up right here, usually 9 p.m. Eastern on a Sunday night. We'll watch along to a movie, talk about pop culture, talk about physical media, all the things that you saw in this hunt. Figures, wrestling, movies, all that kind of cool stuff. So yeah, I went into a couple different stores. We went to see Evil Dead Burn. So you saw my out of theater reaction. If you didn't, go watch that short. I'll just go ahead and tell you, I really liked it. I didn't like it as much as the 2013 Evil Dead, but I think I liked it a little more than Evil Dead Rise. Just something about the characters in Evil Dead Rise I didn't like, most of them. I liked the mother and I liked the little small child, but I didn't like her other children, and I didn't like the main girl at all. I thought she was boring. I think the main characters and the way that they introduced the Book of the Dead into the storyline was much more appealing to me in Evil Dead Rise. I mean, in Evil Dead Burn than Rise. So maybe I'll do a ranking video, because I think I've got a controversial take that a lot of people won't like, and maybe it'll start up some buzz. So either way, let me put in the comments down below if you'd like to hear my ranking of the Evil Dead movies. And so I'm just going to go ahead and tell you this. Also, you saw me at the end. As we were going in, I looked at the popcorn buckets that they had at Regal. You had the Minion one. You had all the ones from Moana. You had the Masters of the Universe ones. Then you had the Supergirl ones, and then Grogu. But I'm not going to get into those popcorn buckets, especially the ones that are $50. Now, I will say this. I did buy one. Yeah, don't hate me. And I'll tell you why. So I got this Supergirl one. Mainly for that one there, the blue background with the new Superman logo on it. Because they basically have the same logo. It's got a silhouette of her on there. Crypto is another reason I got it. I like Crypto. And then the Superman, the Super logo on there. Now, it's got some leftover popcorn in there. I didn't eat it all. I came home immediately, put it in a bag to keep it fresh, and I'll eat it later. So, why did I get this? Because some reason this bucket, which is a nice size bucket, was only 21 bucks. Now, was that what the price was originally? Maybe they reduced it? I'm not sure. If I'd known that they had some this low, I might would have looked to see what that Masters of the Universe 10 set went for. But either way, for 21 bucks, and then the big gigantic bucket of popcorn costs like 13 something. To basically say you got this for $7, I thought it was kind of cool. So maybe I would get some of the really cheap ones if I'm at the theater. I'm not going to buy them online, but like I said, most of my theaters, I've got some really small local theater, well, at least one that I go to that doesn't have popcorn buckets because they're not affiliated with a chain. Regal is the one that's near me, and so if Regal has one cheap like this, I might get it. So don't hate on me. Don't hate the player, hate the game. But I'm just not going to spend $50 on cheap plastic. I picked up that Masters of the Universe one. That thing felt like it was going to break in my hand. There's no way that thing's worth $50. Either way, so hopefully you liked the video. My haul video is late from last week. It's just, dude, once I got a couple days where I had no power, no internet, man, I got behind, and then I had to work. So hopefully you guys will watch all those videos. We went into a antique mall that had a bunch of cool retro stuff in it that I'm going to do a separate video. And I went and did a Criterion hunt in an actual store that has a huge section. That's going to be separate. It'll come up this week, and I'll show you what I got. We found some clearance stuff in Hobby Lobby, and then I actually found some horror-related stuff in Five Below. So lots of cool hunts coming up. Keep supporting the channel any way you can. The best way to do it is watch those videos, and then when you watch them, drop some likes on them. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that normal YouTube stuff. If you're a subscriber, you rule, but if you're not, please consider subscribing. It's free of charge, and hit the notification bell once you do, and you'll know when I post new videos. So come over and watch the live streams. Come over and talk to me about physical media, movies, wrestling, anything you guys want, whether it be on a video comment or whether it be on the actual live stream. So until next time, boys and girls, this has been JeffMan316, your pop culture reporter, signing out saying you guys be safe out there. You thought you're gonna get by without me talking about Valoria Video, right? Hit me up down below in my affiliate link, Valoria Video. Use JeffMan316 on your first purchase as the code at checkout. It's going to get you 10% off, and it helps the channel. So I got a Valoria Video. I owe him a couple reviews. You're going to get that soon too. So yeah, you didn't escape out of here without hearing about that. But either way, now you can go.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.